In this video, I get into another box. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Justin here, aka No Good Comics, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button, and also that little bell notification so you know when my videos go live or if they're being premiered, which I think this one is being premiered right now. That was my plan, at least. Obviously pre-recording this, so if you guys are hanging out in the chat right now, thanks so much for hanging out. So today's box that I'm going to be opening is from my good friends over at Anything and Everything over on Instagram. So make sure you guys check them out. I will put their information in the description below. It is Gabby and Jeff. They are some really, really good people and a lot of fun. They do their live streams every Friday, and they have new comic books. They also show some older stuff. They have some older stuff that you can claim as well. And it's just a really good laugh. Those guys are they're very funny, and the whole community comes out for it, and just really cool to see some really good people. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into this box, and not literally, I'm going to cut the box open and take out the books, and then put the box down, and then hit record again, and then we'll go over the books. That's what I mean when I say I'm going to jump into the box. I'll see you in a sec. Nicely wrapped. Always appreciate that. Aha. Check that out. Gotta appreciate the pull tabs, guys. Highly recommend people do more of this. It's great. If you guys are not familiar with that, pull tabs are, they allow you the ability to pull the tape without damaging anything. And blue tape also, if you guys are, new to packing or you're learning, and, I highly recommend this so you don't damage it, and also so we don't have to, really pick at the tape. They already got the pull tabs. Genius move. Okay. We have about 11 books here, 12 books. I'm just going to get into it, and we'll see what we got. Oh, we got a free book, and they put a little note here that says, "Please read. I need to hear your review." Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So they threw in this book right here, The Legend of Shang-Chi, issue number 1, which this was not on my radar in terms of buying or reading, but since you threw it in, I will absolutely read this and let you know what I think. That is really cool and really kind of you guys. So thank you both for adding that in. I really do appreciate that. I will have a review. Maybe I'll do a little video for that, or maybe go live at some point. I'll put that together. Okay, so this was a combination, I think, of 2 weeks. I think, or maybe not. Maybe not, or maybe it was. Yeah, I think this was 2 weeks worth. Because there weren't many things I got from 1 week, and so some of it rolled into the next week. By the way, that's another thing I appreciate about Anything and Everything. They will combine, boxes to kind of work with you with shipping so that you maximize the most on shipping. I always appreciate that. Otherwise, buying from different locations or different sellers or vendors that are shipping, you get killed on shipping after a long period of time. So if you can, try to talk with whoever it is that you're buying from and see if they'll hold some books at least enough until you can combine stuff to put into one box altogether. I appreciate that you guys do that. So, all right, let's get into it. So right off the bat, there is some great Star Wars goodness here. This is issue number 2 of The High Republic. I was just talking about this book on my live Instagram, my IG live that I did on Sunday. If you guys missed that, go check that out. But this is definitely a book that I've been enjoying, not just for the hype. I know that there's a lot of, speculation and hype with this right now, but this is just genuinely a really good read. And if that's what you're looking for, I recommend that you check it out. The next book is, oh man, so I have just been obsessed with Department of Truth. So I'm just going to put these out here. This is issue number 5, right? So it just came out a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I read it. My girlfriend has been reading this series as well. She's not a comic book reader, and yet, she's been giving this a shot, and she's really enjoying it as well. So I always like to point that out because that's just how good it is that anybody could pick this up and really enjoy this book. So the artwork is amazing. It is super dark. Some evilness about it, and yet also just some conspiracies that you have to try to, kind of figure out what is the truth, and everything going on. So this issue right here, definitely revealed some things. And again, I won't get into details with it. This is not a review video per se, but definitely enjoyed issue number 5, and I can't wait for issue number 6. So that's cover A. I also got, I think this was cover B here. Was this Bonvillain was the artist. I'm not familiar, but just thought this was cool, so I wanted to grab a copy of that. And then also, I guess this is cover C here, but I thought that was really cool, very dark, and kind of the woods here. You can see this devil that's kind of, you know, in the story, kind of lurking in the background there. So thought that was really cool. Simons is doing the artwork, or Simmons, and Tinian is on the writing, in case you guys did not know. But it is a great read. It really is. Strange Academy. So this has just been something that I haven't actually been reading yet. I plan to. I've been hearing so many good things about it, and it just sounds like it's a really fun read. So I figure I might as well jump in right now. I just thought this was a really cool cover, though, especially the solid black background. So I went with cover A, and also grabbed cover B as well, just because I thought this was a really cool cover too. Seeing the green kind of bird in the background or above him there, thought it was really cool. So haven't been reading it yet, but I definitely plan to soon. Next one up, let's go with, oh man, I'm so happy that I have this book now. This is Maniac of New York, issue number 1. This is the 1 in 10 variant that I was having such a hard time finding. So anything and everything, thank you guys for hooking me up with this for a great price as well. This is such a great read. I really enjoyed this first issue. I can't wait for more. It definitely has this Jason looking character on the front. It takes place in 2016 right off the bat. It opens up with the ball dropping in New York City, and you know, celebrating a new year, and basically this dude right here comes in with a machete and does some work to some people. So it's definitely a good read. And then it flash forwards 4 years later. There are some detectives that are on the case now, and yet a lot of people kind of see this as a joke still. It's like they just gave up on kind of catching this guy. They think it's kind of impossible to catch this guy, almost like he's magical or something. I'm not sure where this is going to go. But anyways, the Maniac, he's still loose in New York, and he's doing some crazy murders. So I really enjoyed it. That is the 1 in 10, and I'm very happy to have that now. So thank you guys so much for that book. The next one here is Chained to the Grave, and I'm just such a fan of these horror indie titles that have been coming out lately. This is one I have not explored yet, but you know, between Maniac, as I just talked about, Fear Case was another one that came out recently that I've really been enjoying. Red Mother I'm about to read. I just read Philadelphia. This was another one I wanted to explore. So Chained to the Grave, it is an IDW book. Eckenbach and Level are the creators, and Sharon, I don't know, last name Sharon, but not as familiar. But that's what I like about indies, is sometimes you know, you're jumping in with some new creators. I should also note that this is from Elliot Kalan and Andrea Muti. So very again, I haven't heard of some of these writers and creators, but very excited about where these books are going. And then I have 3 more books here. And these 3 books are well, let's see. Let's start with this one. This is cover A of issue number 1 of High Republic Adventures. To my understanding, there is a first appearance in here. I really enjoyed High Republic, not the one by Marvel, not Adventures. I really enjoyed that, so I thought I'd pick this up as well. I just haven't had time to read it yet. This is IDW. So, and the writer is Older Talabo and Nelty. And I apologize if I'm butchering any names, but I've heard this was really good too. Heard this was a good read, so wanted to pick this up. Again, issue 1, new Star Wars stuff. This stuff takes place years earlier than the Skywalker stuff. So it's a good jumping in point if you are newer to Star Wars, or if you're just looking to explore newer comics of Star Wars. That is a good book to jump into. And then, of course, I got the 1 in 10 variant as well, which I was really excited to get. So thank you so much, guys, for having this. I was glad to be able to claim this when I did, and I got it for a good price, so I appreciate that. And hey, it's Yoda. Can't go wrong with Yoda. The last book that I want to show has kind of a funny story to it, and so that's partially why I wanted to save it to talk about. So on these live claim sales that Gabby and Jeff do on Friday nights, they have a bunch. It's this table that's laid out, and they use these the sticky tabs to put down letters A through like G, I think, or no, A through H or I, whatever. And so sometimes they have books that are much more in demand, I guess you say, and they don't have enough of them. So what they'll do is if they only have one or two or three, and they know everybody wants to claim one, they lift the camera up so no one can see the table, and Jeff will lay out all the however many books there are, if there's only one or two, whatever, on different letters, and then they basically, Gabby will point the camera back down, and you get to see the books laid out. And you have, because everybody's there getting ready to hit claim, right? Or in their case, they ask you to type in the letters A and E, anything and everything initials. So A and E plus the letter, and then that's how you claim the book. And again, this is just for the rarer books, the ones that they don't have that many copies of that they do this with. And so basically, they had this book. They actually had a couple of this book. They did like three, I think. And Gabby shows the table. I tried to claim one. We all joke about like the different internet connections, and some people's claims go in quicker than others. I just started like typing letters and just trying to get whatever one I could because I really wanted this book. And unfortunately, I missed out on the three that they had. And that was like towards the end of the night. I think they jumped back into showing some other books. I was continuing to hang out, and then I was getting ready to leave. And I said, all right, guys, I'm heading out. Great seeing everyone. I said goodbye to, the people in the chat who I've become friends with now over time. It's been really fun. Really cool community that hangs out there. And I say goodbye to Jeff and Gabby, and, they're like, all right, just, no good. See you later. And then as they say goodbye, they then say, okay, we actually have one more copy of this book. And it's the book that I tried to claim and couldn't get a copy of. So I end up staying around, and I go, okay, let me just try this one more time. And I chose a letter and just said, well, I'll just throw this letter out there when they say, when they show it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. That, someone else in the community will also get it. And so I wrote, I think I wrote like A-N-E-F. And it was funny because right after they were saying, okay, no good, bye, have a good one. Okay, guys, here's the next book, ready, set, go. And they show this book, and I just hit A-N-E-F or whatever it was. And it happened to be the book. It was just, maybe it's something you had to have been there for, but it was so funny because they were like, oh, no good claimed it, even though he just left not too long ago. So I think it was their reaction that had me cracking up the most, because they were not expecting my name to be at the top of the list after like a minute or two before then. I was like, all right, guys, gotta go. I'll see you later. I ended up just sticking around to try to get this book, and it worked out. So again, the reaction was great. I don't know if these are all saved on their Instagram account, but if they are, this is from 2 weeks ago now, I think, or a week and a half. I recommend checking that out because it was a lot of fun and just very funny, the reactions that Gabby and Jeff had. So without further ado, and by the way, anyone hanging out in the chat of this premiere right now, appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here. It is the 1 in 25, I think. Yeah, 1 in 25 variant of issue number 2 of The High Republic. And that is Kiev. She is the one that is the new Jedi now that people are pretty excited about. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful cover. And on top of that, like I said, it was a great read. It's a great series. And so I'm really enjoying it. Glad I was able to get this 1 in 25. Thank you guys so much for the great deal. Yeah, so that's the big book. I hope you guys enjoyed all that. I know it was a bit of a story here at the end, but I did want to share that because it entertained myself. I thought it was very funny, and I'm hoping that Jeff and Gabby, you guys are laughing right now because that was a really good time and a fun time. So if you guys don't follow them, please go check out their link is in the description. They're over on Instagram. They do their live claim sales on Fridays. Usually starts around 9 o'clock Eastern time. So I do believe they're on the West Coast though. So yeah, they're just some really good people. I should also note that any of the books that you saw here that were not, variant or not like 1 in 10s or 1 in 25 incentives, things like that, if they were just regular copies of A's or B's or whatever, they sell them $1 cheaper than cover price. That is the big it's incredible that they do that. So I should have mentioned that earlier. A great deal that they always give to everybody. And you just saw earlier, I got a free book too. So that was really cool. Was not expecting that. I am definitely going to read that. Gabby, Jeff, thank you so much for throwing that in there. The what was it? The Legend of Shang-Chi. I will definitely be checking that out. So thank you guys so much. If you are taking the time to watch this, and whether you caught it in the premiere or you're just catching it on a replay, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep in mind of my shows on Tuesday, Omni X-Men every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Tag Team Thursday. My show goes live usually around 7:15 or 7:30 on Thursdays, but we started off at Just the Rican and his comics at 6:30, so you can start there. It's a fun Tag Team Thursday where we jump to a few of our team members' channels and watch a 15-minute video. So it's Rod, it's John's Comics with Kids, it's Old Wolf 65, Tony. So that's all fun. I just want to put that out there as well. And huge shout out to everybody that joined me this past Saturday, whether you were on where I was being interviewed over on Jen's channel, Life of a Geeky Mind. That was so much fun. I was kind of on the other side of the interview process where she was asking me questions about myself and how I got started. I'll put that link in the description as well. So she just kicked off her new YouTube channel. So check her out. Follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. She's been incredible to this community. And I just had a lot of fun when she interviewed me. So get a little glimpse into the background of kind of my origin and how I got into comic books, and kind of where I stand right now with some of the things that I collect. And then on top of that, after Jen's show Saturday, it was 2 o'clock, I had my comic collector origins show where I interviewed my dad. And if you guys are wondering, like, it seems so random, why would you interview your dad? It's because my dad, well, one, he's my dad. Two, he was an artist for both Marvel and DC back in the 80s and the 90s. So I thought it would be really cool to kind of get his tie-in to how he got started in his career. His origin story, because that's what the show's about, right? I am normally interviewing community members about the show, and in this case, or about how they got started. But in this case, I have interviewed my dad. So, and just as an example, I just kicked my phone. This was a really cool artwork that he sent me. This is something that's just about to come out March 3rd. If you guys are watching this and it's before March 3rd, it is coming out. It's Nonstop Spider-Man. He actually did a variant for this new series that's coming out, Nonstop Spider-Man. He sent me the original artwork, so shout out to my dad, Greg LaRoque. And yeah, if you guys missed that, check out the replay. It's on my channel. It was this past Saturday. It was incredible. Everybody that was there, I was hanging out in the chat. I appreciate all of you, the support from the community. If you watched the replay, thank you so much. It was awesome. And just to kind of have that connection with my dad, pick his brain a little bit more on his background and how he really got started. And you'll hear a little bit about my background with that, because I wasn't into comics for a long time. Even people think that I was, just because he's my dad, and it's not true. I if anything, pushed comics away because it was like the family business in my mind. So it's a really cool story that we kind of share. And again, just appreciate everybody who has given me so much support and love, and just reaching out to me and saying kind words. I really do appreciate that. So if you get a chance, check out that interview, that replay over on my YouTube channel as well. And I will be back this Saturday with another episode of Comic Collector Origins. So depending when you're watching this video, it's going to be Steve from Team Nerd Herd. So really excited for that as well. Hip Hops and me. And yeah, I think that's all that's going on, at least for this week. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. And a lot of things going on. So feel free, leave a comment in the chat or the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the books. And one more time, big shout out to both Jeff and Gabby over at Anything and Everything Comics. You guys are rock. You guys rock the books that you guys send, and just hanging out with you guys on Friday nights. It's been so much fun. So thank you guys for the deals and just everything that you guys do for the community. I really do appreciate that. I will make sure that I'm going to read that book, the Legend of Shang-Chi. Definitely going to do a little bit of a review on that, since you guys threw that in for free. So kind of you. But until then, hope you guys are all well, and make sure you like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you later.